Hi everyone, it's Hayley, and today I'm going to tell you how you can battle your nerves of moving away from home. So I think it's fair to say I am fairly qualified to deliver this kind of advice because anybody that knows me will tell you that I am the biggest homebody that there is, and I cannot be away from home for more than sort of 2 nights without feeling like I need to go back again and I need to be back at home with family. I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of advice about how I tackled it because I did quite a good job in first year, I think. In first year I stayed in halls, I stayed in Clarice Cliff Court, and I had a really good year actually. I really enjoyed it, but then in second year I lived in a student house right next to the uni and I couldn't handle it. I wanted to go home all the time, and I think I went home every single weekend bar one in the entire academic year. So so I think it's safe to say I am better off at home, and for my third year not even bothered trying. I'm just gonna live at home and commute because that's just who I am. So going straight into the advice, the first thing I would say is in those first few crucial weeks when you've just left home and you just moved into halls or private house or wherever you go, I think it's a really good idea to listen to what a lot of people actually say, and that is that don't try and call home every single day. Don't try and stay in touch really regularly. Like obviously I'm not saying block out your family entirely because they're going to want to know how you're getting on naturally, but don't kind of say, oh, I'm going to be ringing you at 6 o'clock every night, make sure you're around for me to ring you, blah 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 blah. Just don't do it, because what it ends up doing, or at least I found in my experience, I didn't plan to do that in the first place, but other people I know did, and what it ends up doing is it takes you away from those crucial hours and days and weeks of bonding with your flatmates. Obviously you're going to be living in close proximity to strangers, so it's really important to get to know them in those formative days, because obviously that's when the bonds are established, that's when the common interests are found and that kind of thing. Obviously going forward, ring every night if you want to, but just my advice is just those first few weeks when you're just getting to know everyone around you, obviously people you have to live with for a year, I think it's just important that you give that time to progress and not worry too much about home. You know, it is important to give that a shot really. My second piece of advice is don't feel embarrassed to take home comforts with you. Now, these may not necessarily be home comforts as in they came from your home. Just something as simple as mood lighting, so fairy lights for example, can make you feel much more cozy in whatever room you're staying in. And I think as well, home comforts as well in the sense of if you've got a teddy bear that you've had since you're a baby that you sleep with every night, although you're, you know, minimum 18 or could be, you know, any age beyond 18, it's not, you shouldn't be embarrassed to take that with you. So if it is something that brings you comfort and it will remind you of home and make you feel relaxed, bring it with you. Don't feel like people are going to judge you, because I can guarantee you will get to know the people that you're living with and you'll find that they've brought their stuff too, the things that, you know, some people would deem embarrassing, but honestly they're not. Like if you need them, then take them with you. Like it's not embarrassing at all. Honestly, if it brings you any kind of comfort and it makes you feel a little less homesick, take it with you and don't worry about it. I took this pillow with me in first year to remind me what letter my name started with. Anybody who knows me will know that this piece of advice is one that I have listened to myself for literally the last 2 years. But make sure that if you really are homesick, you don't completely forget about home, and make regular visits if that is something you want to do. I mean, I chose to go to Staffordshire University because it's 20 minutes from my home, and I made that decision knowing that it would be easy for me to just go home one weekend if I felt like it. I needed my weekdays to be my university student life, and then I needed my weekends to be my home family life. And I don't know, I guess in hindsight I should have just stayed at home in second year as well, but you know, you have to have these experiences. If you know that you really are going to miss home and that you don't want to miss out on, I don't know, like family occasions and things, feel like it's okay to make regular visits home. Like, it's not a bad thing to say that to your housemates, oh, I'm not coming out tonight because I'm going home to spend some time with my family. It's okay to do that. You don't have to isolate yourself just because you're a student. I think it's natural to feel nerves moving away from home anyway, and a lot of people take to it like a duck to water, and they absolutely love living alone, being independent. They never go home for the whole year, but I'm not like that. So if you're anything like me and you're worried about feeling homesick, then just know that I got through it, so you probably will too. So thank you for watching, and if you want to know any more about student life at Staffordshire University, myself and the fellow ambassadors are online on the Twitter account, which is @staffstudents, and if you need any more tips, more specific to you about how to battle nerves from moving away from home, just message the Twitter account. Say that your question's for Hayley, and I will get back to you and give you some tips based on my experience, because I have pretty much done it all. And I suppose a big thing that I've noticed from other people is missing pets. I can give you a couple of tips about how to not miss pets. A lot of it involves FaceTime, just spoiler alert there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!